Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. So this is IGKO series and today's topic is different shapes of moon. We have a slightly different view of the moon each night. We described how the moon looks with the 8 moon phases or shapes. What are the moon's phases? If you have looked into the night sky, you may have noticed the moon appears to change shape each night. Some nights the moon might look like a narrow crescent. On other nights, the moon might look like a bright circle, and on other nights, you might not be able to see the moon at all. The different shapes of the moon that we see at different times of the month are called the moon's phases. Why does this happen? The shape of the moon doesn't change throughout the month. However, our view of the moon does change. The moon does not produce its own light. There is only one source of light in our solar system, and that is the sun. Without the sun, our moon would be completely dark. What you may have heard referred to as moonlight is just the sunlight reflecting off of the moon's surface. The sun's light comes from one direction and it always illuminates or light up one half of the moon. The side of the moon that is facing the sun and the other side of the moon is dark. On Earth, our view of the illuminated part of the moon changes each night depending on where the moon is in its orbit or path around Earth. When we have a full view of the completely illuminated side of the moon, that phase is known as a full moon. But following the night of each full moon, as the moon orbits around Earth, we start to see less of the moon lit by the sun. Eventually, the moon reaches a point in its orbit when we don't see any of the moon illuminating. At that point, the far side of the moon is facing the sun. This phase is called a new moon. During the new moon, the side facing Earth is dark. 8 moon phases. First, new moon. We cannot see the moon when it is a new moon. Next, waxing crescent moon. In the northern hemisphere, we see the waxing crescent moon phase as a thin crescent of light on the right side. Next, first quarter. We see the first quarter phase as a half moon. Fourth, waxing gibbous. The waxing gibbous moon phase is between a half moon and a full moon. Waxing means it is getting bigger. Fifth, full moon. We can see the moon completely illuminated during full moons. Sixth, waning gibbous moon. The waning gibbous phase is between a full moon and a half moon. Waning means it is getting smaller. Next, third quarter moon. We see the third quarter moon as a half moon too. It is the opposite half as illuminated in the first quarter moon. And the last, waning crescent moon. In the northern hemisphere, we see the waning crescent phase as a thin crescent of light on the left side. The moon displays these 8 phases one after the other as it moves through its cycle each month. It takes about 27.3 days for the moon to orbit Earth. However, because of how sunlight hits the moon, it takes about 29.5 days to go from one new moon to the next new moon. Let's solve the worksheet. Question 1. The moon does not produce its own light. It reflects light from the and the answer is sun. Question 2. How many days does it take for the moon to orbit the Earth? And the answer is 27.3 days. Question 3. During a new moon, the side of the moon facing Earth is fully illuminated. True or false? And the answer is false because during a new moon, the side facing Earth is dark. Question 4. The waxing gibbous phase occurs when the moon is getting smaller. True or false? Answer false. Waxing means the moon is getting bigger. Question 5. If it takes 29.5 days to go from one new moon to the next new moon, how many days is it take for two full moon cycles? And the answer is 59 days. Question 6. The phase when we cannot see the moon at all is called a dash moon. And the answer is new moon. Question 7. In the northern hemisphere, the waxing crescent moon shows a thin crescent of light on the left. True or false? And the answer is false. It's on the right side. Question 8. The phase when the moon is getting smaller after a full moon is called dash gibbous moon. And the answer is waning gibbous moon. Question 9. How many phases does the moon have? And the answer is 8 phases. Question 10. The phase of the moon that looks like a half circle between a new moon and a full moon is called the dash quarter. And the answer is first quarter. For the next topic, please subscribe this channel and click the bell icon for notification.